am Red Cyclone! Yeah!
Let me see. Shake it, mama. Shake it for me. Get me busy with that ass. Work it good. Work it the best. Ooh. Let me know what ass. I can make you shake if you want.
Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
What is going on?
Not much, sir. Cyberpunk has their new DLC.
Yep.
And also at the same time, the Resident Evil DLC is out. I have not got to play Resident Evil. My internet was turned into a pumpkin, so
Yes.
we'll have to do that this week.
Are
you going to download Cyberpunk?
Probably not at the moment because I'm still playing Starfield and I'm playing Mortal Kombat 1, and then Spider-Man is just right around the corner. So I think if I start Cyberpunk, I'm just gonna play it for a little bit and then just get off it. So I'll wait till I have time to actually really play it. But I'm hearing good things about the DLC. I'm hearing good things about the story. It's actually a better story than the actual original story, so that's a good sign of things. But again, I just got to get myself to play it.
I'm still not interested enough to purchase it. I'd like to see good things about it from afar, though, because the last time I remember, it wasn't as bad as when it launched, and it was actually fun.
Yeah,
is what people were saying. So now I like to see that the DLC is going to be successful, because a lot of people who already had it, they're going to like making statements and saying, oh yeah, I'm playing this and so and so on. I'm trying to stay spoiler free.
Yeah.
Maybe it has to be on sale.
Yeah. You're right. You're always like a
which
good
means
sale.
maybe a few months from now. Maybe it'll be on sale after Man with No Name. You know what I mean?
Okay. There you go.
So
yeah, I'm excited. I'll play it when, again, I have busy months. So October, Spider-Man 2, then The Man with No Name comes out in November. So those are my main games I'll be playing, and I usually get lost in them anyway. So let's see. If I have an extra free time, I'll try to go back to Cyberpunk. But right now, everything else is I'm trying to finish is taking its place, and then the massive amount of wrestling and everything else we fucking do for the cast. So,
yeah, this is true.
Hasbro.
Did you see?
Good.
Oh, because you said Hasbro, I was gonna talk about the giant Optimus Prime that's on sale.
No, I did not.
The Lego Optimus Prime.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like it's actually. I think it fully transformed as Legos, which I didn't know they could do that, but that's pretty cool.
Legos have evolved so much throughout.
And it says, it says the estimate is over 3 hours to build it. So, and it says it is. Yeah, it has it in the title. Lego Icons Optimus Prime. That's the name of it. Transforming 2-in-1 robot and truck model.
Okay.
And it is $150. But I know those things are super expensive when they come out. So
it looks good. It doesn't look bulky either. I thought it would look more bulky, and it actually looks legit.
Mm-hmm. Huh. That's what surprised me when you look at the actual Lego. I'm like, these are Legos? Damn.
So this actually goes into the conversation about what I was about to say, that Hasbro Pulse had like a Hasbro Con, Pulse Con this week, and they I think this was something they actually announced on the con, but they announced a bunch of Power Ranger stuff and G.I. Joe stuff and all that stuff in general. But one thing that caught my eye that they did was the Master Morpher for Tommy Oliver from the special he had when he was able to turn into things. But it also was part of the comic book called Book of the Soul of the Dragon, which was based on Tommy Oliver later in the years, and His son was a SPD Ranger and shit, but he had a Master Morpher that he could use the power of all the Rangers that he once was. So they actually make a figure of it, and the proceeds go into mental health, and suicide prevention. So they did a tag team with Tommy Oliver with the figure. He did new voiceovers and all that stuff for it, and that's the last figure that he had a hand with. So that one actually got announced this week, and I'm looking at it, and I kind of missed out on the pre-order, but I see that it's still there, so I might actually try to get it when I have money situated. And then they're doing the first time Boom comic box set of the Omega Rangers, which the Omega Rangers are, so you remember Power Rangers when Zach, Trini, and Jason left, they went to a peace conference. So they made a storyline that instead of going to a peace conference, they were on a secret mission for Zordon. They had new powers and everything, and they had to go to this another planet to figure out what was going on with the morphing grid and shit like that. And they got new suits, new powers, and it was Zach, Trini, and Jason that went to that mission. So they kind of made a storyline with why they left, and they became the Omega Rangers, which is still running today. The Omega Rangers still exist, and they're still running. I think the only one that left was Jason. Jason's done. He left the Rangers, and then the rest of them are still there. But they announced that in a box set. It actually looks pretty cool too. But the Master Morpher was the one that caught my eye, and the fact that it's giving money to charity of mental health and things like that. Thought it was a cool pickup and things to do. But they announced a lot of the Transformers shit too.
So you said the pre-order was almost over?
So the pre-order is up.
No, but you said the pre-order was over.
So they had, I think, I think they had like 150 signed, and I missed out on that one.
Okay.
But the rest,
all right, I got you.
But they do have a pre-order up right now for it. It looks really cool. It's a gold-plated one that it looks like shiny, and it has every single power coin, and not the ones that were missing from the TV show he was in. Soul of the Dragon, they used all of them, so he used their Turbo Red and all that shit. But yeah, and then they announced.
Oh, you said it has everyone that it has all of the ones that he used.
Yeah, he was that he was, yes. So Zeo Red, White, Green, Dino Thunder Black, Turbo Red, and those are all the Rangers he was. And Zeo Red.
Okay. See, I didn't know that. That's cool.
The other thing that they announced, so Hasbro's selling Super 7s. So the Super 7 new set that has Bulk and Skull being sold on Hasbro. Yeah.
Wait, they're buying the company?
No, they're just teaming up.
Or they're doing like a collaboration?
Yeah, doing a collaboration. So that Bulk and Skull is part of the Super 7 group. So Super 7 is the first ones to do Bulk and Skull as figures.
Oh,
ever.
Okay, got you.
Bulk and Skull never had a figure.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, they never had a.
Entire time?
I think they had one, and you know what it was? You know those standees, the ones that has like the platform underneath them, the little figures.
Mm-hmm.
That they were like maybe $2 in the store and shit like that, and they had a little platform and they just could pose. I think Bulk and Skull had one of those, and that was it.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Bulk and Skull in those, so that's where I think that those are the only figure they have. So this is the first ever Bulk and Skull figure online, and I think they look good. I might have to get it because it's the only Bulk and Skull available. I wanted Bulk and Skull. Me and Tommy have been mentioning.
Are they regular?
There's the Ultimate Super 7s.
So they qualify as like a deluxe figure?
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
And so pretty much like the.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. So they're the first to do it. Hasbro has not done Bulk and Skull yet, and I'm just a little sad. I was like, damn it. So I kind of want them because I always liked the Bulk and Skull. I always thought they were great characters, and I think they're doing a pretty good job with them. So I was like, all right, I may have to get it. Me and Tommy have been asking for a Bulk and Skull figure for quite some time. Since we started the Hasbro collection and stuff like that, with the Lightning collection, I think every time we talked about what we want in the future, Bulk and Skull was mentioned. Every single cast. So since we started the Morphin cast, we've been asking for Bulk and Skull for the longest. Just like Donatelli, I've been asking for the longest. Is Bulk and Skull I've been asking for the longest as well. So at least
you
we're getting
keep asking, he'll show up.
Yeah, I'm saying, man. I said this the other day. Like Donatelli with the two gangsters. He has two gangster henchmen. There's a black dude and a short white dude. Make them a 3-pack. I'm all for it. And then you make the gangster turtles with the suits. There you go, money idea.
He'll
right there.
watch. He will be there sooner than later. I bet you.
I will say if they do Donatelli, he's gonna be like a Loot Crate kind of thing. I feel like he won't be a massive one that they'll put up like in Target and shit. I think he's gonna be for that fan like me that's inside that want the little dumb characters and shit like that. So I think they're gonna do Loot Crate more than I think they'll do as a big Target exclusive kind of thing.
Well, wouldn't for the specific fan characters, wouldn't somebody like Super 7 do them?
So Donatelli now had a toy.
Do those weirdos?
So Super 7 does the action figures. So the what they do with the turtles is it's a remake of the action figures. So that's their style.
So they're not doing like any special characters that weren't in the line. They're only doing whoever was in the line, and that's it.
Yes, the remakes of whoever's in that line.
That's it. So is it NECA? That's the one that does the special projects?
Yes, NECA has the cartoon license, the movie license,
so
the game license. Yeah,
maybe they could do it.
Yeah,
maybe they could do a nice.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying if because kind of how NECA been doing. So kind of how NECA been doing it. The obscure characters usually go into the Loot Crate thing, like the cat.
Oh, you mean that's their?
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that was NECA's model, the Loot Crate.
Yeah. So Loot Crate, they do a yearly Loot Crate, which they always take another year to come in. But they did Danny.
Oh,
this is the one they did. Danny. They did Sharkageddon. They did the cat dude. I forgot his name. And then they had the Shredder, which I wound up selling the Shredder. Sharkageddon, I thought about selling him, but he looks fucking cool, and I didn't want to sell him.
Is he the character from the video game?
Yes, he's from Tournament Fighter.
Or is he a different? He's only from Tournament Fighter.
Yes, he was only in Tournament Fighter.
Else?
Yes, only in Tournament Fighter.
I wonder when they're gonna make.
Well, he's in the comic. He was in the comic book and stuff too.
Who, War?
Who?
War. That little. He looks like a bunch of like spikes. He's in Tournament Fighter. He's a little.
No, dude.
He's one of the. I think he's like purple. His default color.
Oh, okay. I think I knew that about. No, I don't think they made him yet. See, so, like characters like that, I could see. See characters like that. I could see NECA doing it as a Loot Crate, because those are obscure characters that.
Okay.
That probably won't sell on the shelves, but if you make it exclusive, it will sell. You know? So,
my confusion. Because you explained it, but my confusion was just that I thought Hasbro also did that. So
no.
That's why I was asking about NECA. Okay.
Yeah, so NECA is the only one
that does it. Yeah. They should.
No, I wouldn't pass it.
They should. Hasbro should consider doing something like that.
If they do,
because I only say just because if they have the license, like why not? That's my only.
If Hasbro did something like that with Power Rangers. If Hasbro did something like that with Power Rangers, that would be awesome. That'd be interesting too. Like you could easily do a Loot Crate exclusive 4-pack, right? 4 figures within the year, right? And you could do the obscure characters that no one like. That will like, kind of be like it will be like a shelf warmer if you actually made the figure. But if you make it exclusive, then people will buy it. Like you can make like. The Orange Ranger for SPD, like Boom. You can make Boom as one of those characters, and I think it will sell. If you do those obscure characters like that, I think it will sell. I could think of a bunch. Like I will take that dude. What's his name? That alien guy that was like mad fucking. He talked mad shit to SPD Rangers. Damn, what's his name? That he was always eating shit.
I know you're talking about.
I will take him as a figure if it's exclusive like that.
The slum guy.
Yeah. Like characters like that, I will take
I know
as
you're
like
talking
that.
about. Yeah.
Or
But
ones that
did they
you
ever-
know. Yeah.
Did they ever do the cat? Did they ever do the cat Orange Ranger? The one that they use in the game.
I think she had a figure when the SPD toys went out were online, but as a Lightning collection, she has not have a figure yet. I think she's one of the few that's missing on that.
Wait a second. Look. You
Yep.
said they had it when it originally debuted.
They did?
No, I'm asking you. You said did they had her back in the day?
Well,
when they
in
first came
SPD,
out?
yeah, the SPD toy line, yeah, she had a figure. Lightning collection, I don't think she has a figure, or no, I think she's the only one missing from the SPD, because you have all the SWAT.
Okay.
They just finished the Yellow Ranger. Doggy has a figure.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think she's the only one that doesn't have like a Ranger figure, because even the sixth Ranger of that series had the figure, the Omega Ranger
Okay.
with the unicycle. It came with the
Omega
unicycle.
Ranger. Gotcha.
Yeah, she's the only one that don't have a
Mhm.
figure yet, so I can see her. They haven't completed SPD yet. But yeah, I could
Okay.
like if Hasbro did something like that, I think that would be kind of cool. And it'd be like exclusive, or like the Mailway kind of style thing, but with an online pre-order kind of thing. You could probably do that as well. Instead of having a store exclusive, you could be like, all right, you have this many to sell this one and things like that. But then again, you have the whole bot situation and stuff like that, so that probably won't work out either.
Okay. Yeah. I got you.
But I could pick like a bunch of obscure characters or obscure monsters and stuff like that I will think that would be a dope figure. That I like if it had an exclusive kind of thing like that, I think it'd sell easily. But it just depends on like, how the market looks. Like there's another one. What's his name? Zunaku. Zunaku was a character in Wild Force. He's the only reason why I liked Wild Force, because Zunaku was a badass character. But I like him being an exclusive thing and having to get a figure in like 500 only figures and just like that. I will go for that. But
Okay.
McFarlane showed off a bunch of shit too, because Spawn's gonna be in Call
I'm trying
of
to
Duty.
think. Like, Call of Duty spent a lot of money because it's not just Spawn. It's like 5 other licensed people and characters.
Yeah,
like what's it, Nicki Minaj is one of them.
Shredder was one.
But there's like 3 other people. Yes. No, but even okay. So this is post Shredder. So that
Okay.
means they done went all in on spending this money because they had like a lineup.
Yeah.
You know, one of those pictures where they slice it vertically.
Yeah.
And it had like a bunch of them. So like, I don't know exactly who it is. Hold on. I think Snoop is coming back. I think that's one of them.
Yeah. Special
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it says season 6 is Spawn. He's like the poster guy.
And it's not just
I mean,
regular
not to
Spawn
say
either.
nothing.
It's like it's
They put
a couple
they
of
put,
them,
what was
and
it,
Al
Al
Simmons
Simmons
too.
in
Yeah.
they got tactical Spawn with the vest on. It looks like Violator.
Yeah.
Like it's like Violator's head on the body. Then it has regular ass Spawn.
The Violator.
Then it has Al Simmons. Then it has Clown. And then it has armor Spawn.
Yep.
What tactical armor Spawn? Oh, they have meat Spawn at the bottom. Okay, all right. That's a lot of different costumes. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. That's like 7 costumes.
Nice.
Oh wait, the first one that I skipped over, that's also medieval Spawn. What
Yeah.
the? Wow, that's like 8. Okay, they. All right, I can't really be mad because they put in work on this one. Is this the first time that they've ever gone out this far out for a character?
I can't.
Because usually a COD skin is just a skin. for one character. Like
I think
when
this
they had Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I think this is like the
Bruce
biggest
Willis
one.
was. It looks like it because Bruce Willis was specifically from Die Hard.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Because also
no
Shredder was just Shredder. It was nothing else with Shredder. And he had like a special
there was
gun.
No different. There was no different eras of Shredder. This one has got eras of Spawn reimagined in Call of Duty like universe, which is the Violator one's kind of sick because it just looks like a completely brand new character made for the game. Like you could kind of say that's not the Violator. I'm just saying
it's the Violator. Well, it looks cool.
Yeah, it do. But then you gotta play Call of Duty. I don't do that.
I don't play it either. So I'm glad it happened, but I ain't playing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would do it just for the house, just for the burnt face Spawn. I can't believe they put that in there. That's what? Hamburger head? What? All right. Like, I'm not making that up. That was the name on the box for the figure.
Yeah. Hamburger.
Like the original line that hamburger.
It came with like a stick with a nail in it.
Yeah, he did.
Like why is that a weapon?
He really doesn't want to use magic. All right. Okay.
I remember that. I actually have those original figures. And I remember his weapon was a stick. It was a big 2x4
I only had
a nail.
I always wanted the medieval one because he looked really cool.
I have the.
I only have the regular. Had the regular with the big cape that unfolded.
I had like maybe the first like 4 waves complete, and then I just started just picking and choosing who I got. But I know I had definitely had medieval Spawn because that one was dope. I had a couple of the big ones too, like Violator and some of the villains. But the things that he's doing with the figures now are just ridiculous. There's just so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
He comes out with them as fast as he comes out with the DC Universal ones. They just keep coming out with they just like all the time. I feel like there's a new Spawn figure as much as there's a new DC Universe figure.
Gotcha.
I'm like, how many times you can make fucking Batman? I guess you can find a lot of ways. I think Batman has the most figures. 100%. Because Batman has the most, and I think Superman is second. That makes sense. Or Joker. I think Joker has more figures than Superman. Because if you count the DC Joker Eyes characters, then this Joker has definitely more figures. Like they did Joker Eyes one, like Two-Face's Joker and Batman Joker and Superman Joker and shit.
Did you read that?
A while ago.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Was it anything special, or are you doing?
It was an interesting storyline.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one thing I would say about that was that the stylized versions of the Joker stuff that they tried to do. How long ago was this one? Is that the one you're talking about? Is not the one with the spikes in his head, right? Just to make sure.
Which one?
The stuff that you were talking about, the Jokerized characters, that's not also from the same series as the one with the Joker that has like a crown that like covers his eyes and stuff.
Oh, you're talking about the Batman Who Laughs.
So that also, I saw they went and made stylized figures for those as well.
Yeah, so he has his own line, like the metal figures. So they had Batman Metal, which was a whole storyline and shit like that, and they have their own world, is its own multiverse and shit. The Batman, the Joker Eyes figures are, say for instance, there's a Scarecrow figure. they'll Jokerize it. They'll put his colors. They'll probably spray paint Joker on it, and they'll re-edit the figure looking like Joker. They had Two-Face, same thing. They did, I think, a couple other ones. They did Batman. They did a couple different ones, but Jokerize it. They'll give it green hair or have Joker on it, or they'll just paint it purple and green and shit.
Oh, so the one I'm talking about is completely different. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Did you ever read that one? Because I always thought it looked kind of creepy.
It's a good storyline. I actually really enjoyed it. I think they have it on Comixology for free. Well, if you have the membership, it's free. So they do have it. But it was a good storyline. I actually liked the character and what they made him as a character. He was actually pretty cool.
Okay, that's cool.
401.
But yeah, they seriously going nuts with all the. I do think Hasbro should do that mystery box and learn from all these other people.
Yeah.
Just why not? Do it.
Yeah.
You have anything else? Because I just haven't do much.
Yeah. It's been a short week, so I've been playing more Mortal Kombat 1, just getting better with it, and Starfield I'm still on, so I haven't changed much with it. I'm just doing the New Game Plus, so now I'm a Starborn, just driving around.
Okay, the one thing. I was gonna say the one thing I did see was the Dragon's Dogma 2 at Capcom.
Yes, I saw. I watched the trailer of that
because it was at TGS last week.
Yeah.
So I got to see the guy talk about it a little bit.
Are you still excited? Were you ever excited?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But yeah, they showed. I watched a little bit of it. It looked interesting. Then also we had.
I know they showed the I think the costumes for Street Fighter.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I saw those. Those are cool. I think Ken Masters, Cammy. I forgot the other two. They're supposed to release this month, actually. Because the new character came out
the
this
new
month.
girl is 2 days. Yeah, she's 27.
Yeah.
27.
Guess I gotta jump on Street Fighter. Just see how she plays. She reminds me of that Fang dude. But she looks like she's more movable.
She's his apprentice.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah, she's.
So I didn't really look at the back story of her. Oh, I sent you the picture of the Joker Eyes stuff. What I meant by it.
Yeah. Okay, I see them now.
Yeah. So like, is Joker renditions of characters and shit. They have a bunch of those, like a ton of those.
Okay.
And then they also have like black and white figures. They also have like all solid vinyl looking figures or all gray custom figures and shit. So there's a lot of dumb shit DC that does. McFarlane is just like bringing them out like crazy. I don't think, again, I think Batman and Joker, those are the two that have the most figures. But
yes.
Talking about Batman, you want to get into this movie then?
So this week we have The Dark Knight Rises. That is 2012. It is PG-13. It is 2 hours and 44 minutes.
And I felt it.
It's a long movie. Very long movie.
Yeah.
The release date. Did you see this in the theaters?
Yes, I did see this in theaters.
Okay. This is my first time seeing this movie. I have not seen it before.
Oh. So yeah, this is your first time watching it.
So in the US, it released on July 20th, 2012.
Mm-hmm. I saw it for my birthday. That's where I know I saw it. My birthday was earlier that week.
It is directed by Christopher Nolan, who we know for a ton of stuff, but not just Inception, which was 2 years before this.
Yes.
Interstellar, which is 2 years after this. Oppenheimer, which people are talking about today, right? That's recent.
Yeah.
Man of Steel.
He produced that.
Okay. So
He was originally supposed to direct that, and that's where.
He also wrote it too.
Yeah. So that's where. That's the area where Man of Steel was supposed to be part of a different universe, and they did what they did.
I see. Okay. All right. The writing credits for this movie, we have Jonathan Nolan and Christopher Nolan.
Yep.
The story is Christopher Nolan, David S. Goyer, and then obviously credited to Bob Kane.
Yes.
The cast we have is Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne / Batman, Gary Oldman as Commissioner Gordon, Thomas Hardy as Bane. Who did you know that recently, and this is real, in Australia they found a new species of spider, and because the back of it looks like Venom's face, they named it Tom Hardy, like Tom Hardy Venom, something like that. Like they mixed his name into the name of the spider.
Nice. So you got bit by a Tom Hardy, huh?
So yeah, basically.
I got bit by a Tom Hardy.
I don't know the regular name, but you know how a spider, how most anything scientific, they give it those really long names to describe it and whatever. I think somewhere in that they put Tom Hardy.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that's interesting.
I got bit by a Tom Hardy. You're gonna get calls from Peter and all. Like I didn't name it.
So we have Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Blake, not Robin. We have Anne Hathaway as Selena. Does not say Catwoman. Interesting. Marion Cotillard as Miranda. Does not say Talia.
Yeah. Well, you're not supposed to know that she was Talia to the end anyway, so I could see that and why they didn't.
Yeah. I mean, they don't have the slash.
Yeah.
Child of Ra's al Ghul, because that's a kind of a plot point.
Yeah.
This is IMDb after all. I need that information. We have Morgan Freeman as Fox. See, come on, Merc. Here on this page, they're shortening the names. So Morgan Freeman's character is Lucius Fox. It just says Fox on this page.
Come lazy.
What are you doing? Also, Michael Caine as Happy Retirement, because I believe he just retired.
Yeah.
As Alfred. It does not say Alfred Pennyworth, even though in the movie they actually do show his full name, because there's stuff involving him taking over stuff in this movie.
Yeah.
Matthew Modine as Foley. Let's see, who else do we have? Oh, we have Alan Aboutbull as Dr. Pavo. We have Daggett. We have Ben Mendelssohn. Oh, you know, his name is spelled in such a way that you don't realize it's very simple. It's Mendelssohn.
Yeah. But
man, there are a lot of letters in it.
Like, I didn't need all these letters.
And he played Daggett, which is cool. Yeah, you just took some of these out. Bern Gorman. What a name. He played Stryver. Let's try to see who else was low-key a character you look for in Batman.
Where's his chiropractor?
Look at Batman's chiropractor?
Yeah, the jailhouse chiropractor.
I don't think that's what they call him.
That's what I call him.
He'll probably have... No. He'll probably have a prison name.
Yeah.
Oh, we also have Liam Neeson as Ra's al Ghul. Yeah. Makes a cameo. See, it says prisoner. There's a bunch of prisoners. There's Tom Conti as prisoner.
Yeah.
There's David Gyasi as skinny person. You see what I'm saying? I can't
body shame.
I can't tell. No, they got descriptions. No, I can't tell you, Murray. I can't find them.
What's his face?
I can't find them. Maybe be messed up too if he was a named character.
Yeah.
I just didn't know his name.
He had a full name,
so many
family, backstory, and everything.
Yeah. So I'm gonna read the synopsis and see what this says for this movie. 8 years after the Joker's reign of chaos, Batman is coerced out of exile with the assistance of the mysterious Selina Kyle in order to defend Gotham City from the vicious guerrilla terrorist Bane. That's what they call him.
Yeah.
Vicious guerrilla terrorist. So
big.
That's what Batman has to deal with.
Yeah.
In this movie. I like the introduction of Selina Kyle in the movie, where she just burrows her way into his house.
Yeah.
And pretends to be a maid, and it's like, Batman doesn't have a maid. You think I don't know I don't have a maid? Jesus. So I thought she was pretty cool. Who else was in the early parts of the movie that was like the smaller characters? Because Batman in this universe, I will give credit to the Nolanverse for they like to remind you of like the smaller characters. So I don't know, Daggett was in early on in the movie.
Yeah.
But he didn't exactly seem like he was on the up and up anyway.
Yeah.
So
same thing with the cops and going against Batman and shit like that. A lot of them kind of showed up.
Yeah, because so you find out that was the narrative that they put.
Yeah.
For Batman. So that after Dark Knight, instead of Batman being the hero that stopped everything, did they ever say specifically who put that spin on it? Was it Daggett?
Yeah, no.
Or was it somebody else?
Lucius says I can't do anything, and you going against people's public and shit. So they pretty much like, yo, you're on your own with that shit. So they charged him as a vigilante because Joker died.
No, they went with the narrative that he killed Harvey Dent.
Yes.
And remember, the only person who was there was James Gordon.
Yeah.
So I'm like, but I don't think that was explicitly what Gordon had wanted them to believe about Batman.
No, but Bruce kept it that way. Like, Batman wanted it that way. He was like, then this is the way it has to be.
Yeah, he wanted it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he could get out of it. Gotcha.
I have my issues with this movie.
He was gone.
Yeah.
He was pretty much gone. Go ahead.
No, I have my issues with this movie because there was a lot of plot points, plot like holes, and throughout this whole movie. I did like Bane a lot. Like, I actually liked his lines and his story.
Excuse me? You like who?
Bane.
You like what?
I actually liked Bane in this movie. I found him funny.
Stand him.
Yeah. I didn't mind him because
no. Go ahead.
I'm
gonna tell you the one reason why I didn't like him. His character, everything he physically did in the movie was fine. It was the fact that they wanted you to take his voice to not be in your. They wanted you to believe that his voice was not posted in.
Yeah.
Because you realize, Merc, that if they mic'd up Tom Hardy, all you would hear would be heavy breathing.
Yeah, 100%.
And he'd be out of breath for all the stunts he was doing. Because remember, Tom Hardy's one of those guys that does his stunts, that does the choreography and stuff. So when he's fighting Batman, that's him, and he's delivering lines during those times. So I know, with the mask on, regardless of how technology's advanced at that time, or the cosmetics and all that stuff, they couldn't do it that way. I understand that.
Yeah.
But they wanted me to believe that voice was not coming from a speaker.
Yeah.
On a sound set somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was too like it was literally too clean for the movie. Like you could
That makes
almost
sense.
hear it being produced in.
Yeah.
So it took me out of the movie, dude.
I could see that. I didn't mind his character. I didn't mind the shit he did. I wish they actually went more to his character, with the venom and things like that. And that was none.
Yes.
That was not
Yeah.
a picture of
Yeah.
it whatsoever. But I had a big issue with the plot points and the loopholes in this movie. Like how the fuck did Bruce Wayne get back to Gotham? That was the one thing I was like, how did he get back? Didn't he lose his all? He had lost all his money. No one had contact with him. He didn't have a cell phone. You can't say it was Lucius because he was looking for Lucius when he got back.
No, they say the one thing they let him keep the house.
They can't let him keep the
That's
house.
the only thing. So his location didn't change, and they knew where he was. They knew where Bruce Wayne was. Anyway,
Yeah, that was one thing that was.
so that part I get. They knew where Bruce Wayne was because he never moved. He just they said it. He became the recluse in the mansion,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much why Selena Kyle had to
No, as in when he
like
in the
squeeze
ending
in there.
after he got his back broken and fucking chiropractic back, he just came back
Oh.
out of nowhere, and no one knew him. He didn't have money at the time. He lost all his fortune.
Oh no, you didn't see?
No.
There was a little prisoner at the top waiting for him when he get out of the hole with the helicopter, the plot point helicopter. No, I don't know how he got back.
Yeah.
'Cause he was literally wherever they were by himself with those prisoners.
Yeah, and then also
So I don't know how he got
he just had someone hand straighten his back with a rope and wood. I don't know how
Well,
he walked.
no. See, I can give them that. Scott Steiner doesn't want to hear it though.
Yeah.
He's like, shut up.
He knows how to break it back. He knows what goes into it.
This is true. No. But what I was gonna say, Mark, was I will say yes, that's dumb because that's not how that works in real life. But
It doesn't work
they
anyway.
said in the movie that he had the vertebrae was popping out, that his back it wasn't broken. It was just bulging out.
So
That's what the guy said.
So, I'll put this in. And this is because of the director. The way he directs. He wants to make shit realistic. There's no way in hell he'd be walking that fast.
No, they would not. No, they would not. No.
And nor will
No.
there be affections.
Yeah, exactly.
But it,
He would have
honestly,
went into shock.
yeah, and then his spinal cord and all that shit. And yes, I know you try to make Tim Drake be, he might be Robin because he's almost named as Drake. The other shit that fucking bothered me about this movie is the fact that the scar, the assassin scar that was on Talia. Batman didn't notice that. He is part of this League of Assassins. He should notice because he has the same fucking scar. That just
Okay.
annoyed the shit out of me. And I was like, yo, at least you got a booty, at least. But at the end of the day, it's like
I get it.
I had a lot of issues with this movie. Like I just thought that one, it was way too long. Like there was a good 45 minutes that I could have lived without in this movie. I didn't mind Selena Kyle, but I didn't like. I don't know. It just like I just felt like she was just added on. Like, hey, I'm here, and that's it. It was not like a very big piece of why she was there, or a purpose in that sense.
I thought she added to like his human side. Like she was more the Bruce Wayne character, and Bane was the Batman character.
Yeah.
That's what I felt.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't crazy about this movie. I thought like it was just something that, again, at Bane, I wanted more from Bane. I actually wanted the comic book Bane and shit. The whole shit with the leading with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I kind of got annoyed with that character eventually as well. I wasn't feeling this movie. And the thing is, again, when we go into Man of Steel, I'm going to be explaining this, but this is the universe that Man of Steel was supposed to connect to. It was not supposed to be its own DCU. It was supposed to connect to this. So the reason why they made Superman more realistic in that sense is the fact that they was trying to connect it to this. But I was not crazy about this movie.
Yeah, this was definitely a step down from the last one, I think. But I think some of the technical stuff really just hurt this movie. That Bane, the decision to make Bane have that voice, or to not just let him be able to be in a position to actually deliver his lines from his character.
Yeah.
And have that is so clean, Merc.
Yeah.
Every situation he's fighting, he's in the sewers. There's no echo. He's in the hell. He's in the. It killed me in the beginning. They're in a fucking plane, and his voice is clear as day.
Yeah.
Everybody else, you could tell that they're in the environment.
Yeah.
The wind is rushing past them and all that. And Bane, his voice just sounds clear as day, and it's like nothing's happening. It's like hell is layered on top of everything, and I'm like, ugh. See, I get people's gripe might have been his voice sounded like this, and you can make fun of him. I was like, nah, I
actually didn't mind that part. I get what you're getting.
I didn't care about that.
Yeah.
Listen, I watch wrestling. I don't care about goofy voices and silly people.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's a movie. It's Batman. But like, that drew me out. That drew me out. So I was already not 100% in.
So what do you rate this movie?
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Alright, so your 3s consist of there you got a lot of 3s. X-Men, Men in Black.
What's the bottom one?
Bottom one?
What's
X-Men.
the bottom 3?
X-Men.
Put it above X-Men.
Okay.
I just wouldn't watch this movie again.
Yeah.
And it's funny too, because people were quoting this movie the very same week. Because main speeches were cool, and so they're very quotable.
Yeah.
But man, I'm not watching this movie again.
Yeah.
And there were some cool things in here. There were some cool set pieces. I gotta admit, like the stadium was cool. There was some cool stuff. But
yeah.
I'm not watching this.
I'm going a 3 as well. It just had a lot of issues with this movie. I couldn't get into it, or I actually fell asleep on the first time and I had to rewatch it. But it is what it is. I like this more than Batman Begins. I like Batman Begins more than this one, so I'm gonna put it right underneath Batman Begins. Dark Knight. Rising. It's not Batman. I need to take out the Batman. There we go. Alright, our next movie on this long journey of comic book theater. It is the one you've been waiting for quite some time. Our next movie is Dread.
Yes, it's about time. It's about time. Yes. There we go.
And we'll be closing out 2012 with that movie. So preview of 2013. Our 2013 kicks off with Iron Man 3, Man of Steel, Lone Ranger, R.I.P.D., Red 2, The Wolverine, Snowpiercer, Two Guns, Kick-Ass 2, Thor: The Dark World, and that will be 2013.
Okay.
All right. So Dread is next week.
Yes, sir.
I think it's on Hulu.
Okay, gotcha.
For sure. But yes, definitely check it out. So wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. RedCycloneInc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we got a WordPress, so check it out.
Yep.
Where you at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, or Mark the Mic. Also follow my TikTok, Mark with the Mic. I do a lot of figure photography, a lot of sharing of video games, things like that. So definitely check it out and give me a subscribe. Shout outs to Tenacious T and Sriracha Jeremy, Sriracha, and Straw Hat Tyler. They actually do a podcast called Popcorny. It's on Spotify, Popcorny. They go live on Sundays when they do record, but other than that, they Popcorny on Spotify. Definitely check it out. And always remember, follow the Jinkies.
Get set for the vibe unfolding. See life like an action sequence. Put it down, let the beat start rolling. Upload to the mainframe. I'm on the satellite holding it. I see my people stepping it up.